crowd for this story.
Great story, man.
Right? Because if anybody has been paying attention, the Eagles are going to be playing a football game next week, right? That game would be the NFC Championship. The winner of that game goes to the Super Bowl. Yeah, right? When was the last time that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl? Who did they beat to go to the Super Bowl? Who'd they beat, Jimbo? They beat the Atlanta Falcons to go to the Super Bowl, and I was at that game. And I was at that game because my wife's mother, otherwise known as Mom, thought that it was going to be ass-biting cold out there, and she did not want to use her season tickets. Her season tickets, which are in the 4th row in the end zone. And I got the chance to go to that game because it was going to be too damn cold for Mom. But I had little kids, so Mom agreed to rent a room at the Holiday Inn in the parking lot at the vet, right? And she would watch our kids while we go to the game, and it was going to be awesome. So long as we wore snow pants and parkas and gloves up to your elbows and everything, because it was so damn cold. So we go to the game, and we've been waiting forever for the Eagles to win this game. They have been winning different levels of the championship, but always losing at key times. This was going to be the year. This was going to be the year. We're there, and I'm telling you, at about 6 minutes left in the game, it started to dawn on the whole stadium, we can't lose. I mean, it wasn't like one of these games that we saw this last weekend where it came down to the last second. It was like, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. It's like, oh my God. And this weird feeling came over the stadium like I've never experienced anywhere. And everybody started to cry, and we're like, tears are freezing to our faces. We're like, oh my God, we're going to the Super Bowl. After all of this waiting, years and years and years of waiting, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. And I'll be damned, the Eagles won the game, and confetti was all over the place, and we were hugging strangers everywhere, and it was amazing. And I go out in the parking lot, and my wife and other people who were with me, they wanted to go back to the hotel because it was ass-biting cold. I mean, it was really, really cold out there by this point. And I decided to hang out with a guy that some of you may know by the name of Brad Jennings. Anybody ever hear of Brad Jennings? Brad Jennings is a hardcore Eagles fan. He had been rooting and waiting. His college buddies years ago had bought a case of champagne that they were only going to pop when the Eagles were on their way to the Super Bowl. It was some really old champagne. It had been sitting around for a long time. It had also been sitting in their car throughout the entire game. And here's what happens. Here's what happens when you pop champagne in those conditions. It's silent. And then out of the bottle oozes a big frozen icicle of champagne. So we're standing out in the parking lot with big giant gloves and snowmobile suits and stuff, and we're chewing champagne out of the bottle. But we're so damn happy because the Eagles won. And it was around this time that Brad reminded me that there was one condition that Mom had given me for her to watch the kids at the hotel and let me go and use her seats. It was that I had to buy 10 T-shirts from somebody in the parking lot for her and all of her girls back at the office. She wanted to bring T-shirts, those cheap T-shirts you get in the parking lot. She said, just get 10 T-shirts and the tickets are yours. And I'd almost forgotten. It was kind of late, and Brad reminded me. And I saw some hippie over there hawking T-shirts in the parking lot. I'm like, hippie, come on over here. And the kids got 10 T-shirts. Well, he doesn't exactly have 10 T-shirts. He has a T-shirt. And I asked him, do you have 10? He goes, yeah, man, sure. I got them. And so I pay him the money, and he goes, and he pulls out a T-shirt from here, he pulls out a T-shirt from there, and he pulls out a T-shirt from this sock, and he pulls out a T-shirt from that, he pulls out a T-shirt from the back of his pants. He's pulling out T-shirts everywhere, and he gives me 10 T-shirts. Great. I pay him the money, and I go back, and I tell Brad, I'm all drunk, and he's all drunk. I got the T-shirts from Mom. And Brad goes, dude, you're such an idiot. What do you mean? He goes, you're such an idiot. Look at those T-shirts. And I'm like, I know, look at it. NFC champs, Eagles. He goes, no, dumbass, flip it over. And I turn it around, and on the back of this T-shirt is a cartoon of the Philadelphia Eagle and the Atlanta Falcon engaged in what Leonard from the Big Bang Theory would describe as coitus. The Eagles got the Falcon bent over, And it's emblazoned on the back, "Fuck the Falcons." And these are the t-shirts that I got for my mother-in-law to bring back to her office for all the girls in the office. And I go looking for the guy, and the hippie's gone, and there's nobody left in the parking lot. There's no other person to get t-shirts from. I'm fucked more than the Falcons are at this point. Shit, man, one deal. So anyway, the parking lot party breaks up, and I walk over to the hotel, and I'm drunk as shit, and I'm happy as hell. So is everybody else pouring into this hotel. 500 of us cram into the elevator. You can't hear anything more because your ears are ringing from the stadium and the partying and everything. And I'm laughing and I'm holding up the t-shirts and I'm like, guys, I gotta tell you. And I tell them the story about the t-shirts and everybody in the elevator starts busting up laughing. The door opens, I get off the elevator and as I'm walking away, I hear some guy laughing till he's got tears rolling down his face. He goes, dude, I can't believe it. Motherfucker bought Fuck the Falcon t-shirts for Mom. That's the funniest fucking thing I ever heard in my whole life. The elevator door's shut, and I have to go explain to my mother-in-law why these are the t-shirts that she had to give to those women at work. Anyway, Eagles won the NFC Championship just like they're going to do this weekend. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!